Oh no. Oh no.
Camp van flipped over in an open field due to powerful winds, getting completely destroyed.
Oh my god. Oh my.
Child ran onto the road straight toward a biker in front of a truck, but the truck driver reacted instantly and saved him. Excavator loaded on a moving truck scraped its front on the road, throwing huge sparks that lit up the entire highway. Heavy truck with a container almost tipped while turning, but somehow balanced itself at the last moment. Water pipe suddenly blasted high-pressure water into the air. Electric poles short-circuited above a busy highway, sending a massive spark flash across the moving traffic. Flames burst from the ground and nearby wires on a street, making people step back in fear. Man transported a massive load of water containers on a motorcycle with a tiny trailer. Honestly, this deserved an award for balance. Biker almost got struck by a metal sheet held by two people, but he dodged it like a reflex master. Ceiling nearly collapsed on a boy, but a man grabbed him just in time and pulled him to safety. Excavator flipped down a mountain slope while working, and the man watching it froze in terror. Landslide crashed down a mountain and destroyed everything below, leaving the ground unrecognizable. Heavy wind waves sent objects flying toward people on the street, forcing them to shield themselves. Loose truck tire rolled onto the highway, hit another truck, and then flew upward toward a moving car. Perfect circular rainbow appeared over the mountains.
This is not good.
Floodwater ripped through buildings and trees as witnesses watched helplessly from a distance. Bridge collapsed under the force of raging floodwater and disappeared within seconds. Circular cloud formation appeared in the sky, creating one of the most mesmerizing natural sights you can imagine. Lightning striking the ground right in front of the boy froze him in shock as danger flashed just inches away. Lightning flashing inside the cloud lit up the entire night sky like nature's own electric artwork, leaving viewers completely stunned. Powerful laser beams shot straight into the clouds. Outer surface of the rock sparkled like pure glass under the light, creating a rare illusion that confused everyone watching.
Emptying the kiddie pool, and this is
Water flowing from the tank appeared completely frozen in midair, yet continued moving in one smooth, unbroken stream in a mind-bending illusion.
Azzy, hang on. This is one of those weird things where it looks like nothing's happening. Touch it, so everybody knows it's actually flowing. Whoa. Touch it, Rihanna. That's weird.
Rivers of glowing lights flowing through Japan transformed the city into a breathtaking ocean of color after sunset. Decorations inside the house exploded with light like real firecrackers. Massive group of ants worked together to lift a heavy pipe from the ground, showing unbelievable teamwork at a tiny scale. Clouds forming along the sides of the mountains created a heavenly wall of mist during daylight, leaving nature lovers speechless. Smoke suddenly rising from the middle of the street in broad daylight left pedestrians confused and alarmed. Plastic covers spinning wildly in a perfect circle under water pressure. Sunlight reflecting through the clouds painted the sky in natural rainbow colors, creating a scene that felt unreal. Thick stretches of seagrass floating near the coastline beside the city turned the water into a strange green carpet visible from above. Lights glowing in the night sky beside the city lined up like a floating rainbow, blurring the line between science and mystery.
Usch, 깜짝이야. 엄마. 야.
Fish snatched its food in a lightning-fast strike. Group of bats suddenly chasing a man across the sunny beach turned a peaceful moment into pure panic. Small cars shooting out of the street and slamming into another vehicle from behind left bystanders frozen in complete shock. Three-wheeler crashing just inches from a man made his heart stop for a moment as danger passed right by. Giant flock of birds bursting out of the mountain during the day darkened the sky in a breathtaking wildlife explosion. Gas leaking from the truck and covering the entire area forced a biker to escape in panic as the air turned deadly. Pipe exploding beside the road sent smoke pouring out of the ground like a sudden underground eruption. Truck flipping at the construction zone forced a man to sprint for his life in a desperate escape from danger. Blinding lightning flashing directly above a moving highway turned the night drive into a terrifying cinematic moment.
Did that hit that car?
Heavy cement block dropping during lifting operations smashed into the ground, causing instant destruction on the site. Thick smoke swallowing the entire road blocked all visibility, turning normal traffic into a crawling nightmare. Violent landslide from the Rocky Mountain hurled massive stones onto the road as people barely escaped with their lives. Falling rocks crashing onto the mountain road forced the driver to reverse instantly to avoid disaster. Mud suddenly erupting from the ground in front of people turned the scene into pure chaos and disbelief. High-pressure water blasting out of the ground right in front of recording spectators transformed curiosity into instant fear. Landslide tearing through the mountain released towering dust clouds that swallowed the entire area in seconds. Powerful winds ripping the roof apart showed how defenseless structures become against nature's fury. Brave man using a cement pipe to control raging fire while another rushed to help turned the scene into heroic teamwork. Massive landslide covering the entire area with dust and smoke forced people to run blindly just to survive. Violent windstorm dragging objects through the air turned the entire area into flying debris and total destruction. Cooling towers collapsing in seconds marked the dramatic end of a massive industrial structure. Truck slammed into another truck from behind on the highway, creating a sudden shockwave of noise and debris. Fishes burst out of the sea in massive jumps, creating a fascinating scene like nature's own fireworks. Fishes played joyfully with the scuba divers' bubbles, creating a magical underwater moment. Kids showed incredible basketball skills at a surprisingly young age, impressing everyone around. Deer sprinted down the street and nearly ran into the man filming, giving him the scare of his life. Woman tossed a single shot that knocked all three cars off the table, winning the prize in hilarious disbelief. Smoke drifted off the player's body as he paused from the game, leaving the crowd confused and amused. Electric poles crashed down right in front of a biker, and he narrowly escaped being crushed. Car smashed straight into a building, and the man inside survived by barely an inch. Scooter suddenly appeared in front of a truck on the highway, but the driver's quick reflexes saved them both. Truck flipped over in front of a crowd, leaving everyone stunned and terrified by the sudden accident. Car collided with another vehicle and tumbled into a roadside canal, shocking the man who witnessed it. Construction vehicle's tire burst under the hot sun, exploding loud enough to scare nearby workers. Car radiator blew apart and sprayed boiling water everywhere, forcing the man to run for safety. Van sped down the highway without a tire and set itself on fire as sparks flew wildly. Truck crashed into the side poles on the highway, and nearby drivers stopped immediately to help. Subway train lit up with flames on the tracks, sending passengers into panic and shock. Gas cylinder caught fire and sent the women running, while one fearless man calmly shut off the valve.
Run.
Bright lightning cracked across the sky above a building at night, lighting up the whole neighborhood. Clouds rolled over the mountains like waves, creating a breathtaking view from above. Fiery tornadoes spun on the roadside, leaving people stunned as they watched the rare phenomenon. Fish blended perfectly into the ocean floor, showing off its incredible camouflage. Whale sharks swam upside down beneath the water, moving gracefully through the deep blue. Group of sharks drifted calmly under the ocean in daylight, creating an intimidating but beautiful sight. Building collapsed instantly into a massive cloud of dust that swallowed the entire block. Blight spreading across a leaf created patterns that looked like artwork from nature. Two large lizards fought fiercely on the roadside while birds watched the wild showdown. Packages toppled to the ground all at once, while a man desperately tried. Car driver escaped disaster as a giant rock fell from a mountain and smashed down inches away. Landslide tore through the trees and left behind complete destruction across the area. Landslide barreled down the mountain and destroyed trees and rocks, sending thick dust into the sky. Car lost control on the wet highway and spun dangerously before stopping just in time. Truck slammed into the sidewall of a house, breaking it apart as it moved through the street. Car hit another vehicle and nearly flipped, but the driver managed to regain control at the last moment. Umbrella flew like a missile across the beach and nearly hit a woman before a man saved her. Scooter rider slipped and almost slid under a turning truck, barely avoiding disaster. Truck struck an overhead barrier, causing it to fall directly onto a passing van and crush its front. Ground erupted violently and turned into a giant cloud of dust as the land collapsed beneath it. Floating patch of land drifted across the water, carrying trees with it like a moving island. Landslide crashed through trees and buried everything below, creating complete chaos. Mysterious lights glowing in the night sky puzzled people who thought they were auroras. Bright red light hovered in the sky, looking like fire hanging above the city. Two fish fought aggressively in a water container while people watched the tiny battle. Two chickens played football under red lights, creating a surprisingly funny scene. Large group of crabs marched across the beach, covering the sand as they moved together. Black bear wandered into a building and terrified a man, who later gathered courage and scared it away.
Se me viene la osa grande y los chiquillos ya están comiendo.
¿Y lo Beto?
Mira, le va saliendo la osa por allá. Ya salieron los dos. ¡Vamos!
Line of rats moving perfectly connected to each other created a chilling illusion of a living chain on the ground. Group of birds quietly gathered along the water's edge at night, turning feeding time into a calm, hidden ritual.